गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः सीताया पतये नमः. We are in Adhyatma Ramayan, which is a composition by Maharishi Vedvyas. It is for Adhyatma itself means spiritual, so it is for a spiritual take on the Valmiki Ramayana as abridged by Maharishi Vedvyas. So we are in the seventh chapter, 102nd verse, but we will start from 99th. Janma vanyadi lokesmin tarhi tam mrityuranvagat, 99th verse. Tasmad apariharyoyam mrityur janmavatam sada swakarma vashatas sarva jantunam prabhavapyayau vijananappi avidva kya hai vijananapya vidvanyah katham shochati bandhavan. If anyone has to take birth in this world, then surely death is attached to him. Means it is a foregone conclusion that anything that comes into creation goes out of creation. जो पैदा होता है वो मरता है. आँख खुल गई फिर बंद होती है. कंटिन्यूसली तो खुला नहीं रख सकते. खाना खाते हो, पेट भरते हो, फिर भूख लगती है. दिन आता है, फिर रात आती है. आई एम गोइंग इनटू हिंदी. So day comes, then night comes, then night comes, then again day comes. This chakra is continuously going on, and the chakra is the Kala chakra, Janma Mrityu, Janma Mrityu, Janma Mrityu. And what is moksha? Moksha is becoming free from this Janma Mrityu cycle. How do you become free? By realizing that you have never died and you have never been born. No, I'm not born also and I will not die also. No, you will not be born. You are not born and you will never die. Then what is born? Body is born. What will die? Body will die. Realize that in this lifetime. That's all. Nothing else. So here he says that hence for all those who have taken birth, death is unavoidable. So sage Vasishta is giving words of solace to Bharatji, because he was writhing on the floor and he was sad, he was dejected because his mother has turned out to be like this, and his mother is the evil one, and now the whole world, he considers himself a good sattvic person, but now the whole world, the whole Ayodhya will say, I think this was a concoction between mother and son and this way and all those things. Even though Kausalya mother is saying that I know you can never do like this. Now sage Vasishta, the guru, because they all studied, all the four brothers studied under sage Vasishta. So he is not here, no, I know like this. No emotional drama with sage Vasishta. He comes straight to the point. What is straight to the point? Where there is birth, there is death. If your father was alive, then he has to die one day. Story over. Khatam. So don't become sad. Don't become that how will I be without my father? Now I'm anath, I'm an orphan. No, don't go into all that emotional turmoil. Every creature takes birth and dies according to his own deed. This is what we were talking last week, that as you sow, so you reap. Whatever karma you have done, based upon that will be your life. If I eat chili spices yesterday, today I will have a hot seat. Correct? As I sow, so I reap. So same way, this is only with food. What to talk about thoughts, what to talk about emotions, what to talk about attachments, what to talk about manipulations, corruptions, what to talk about, and these are negative but positive also. All the positive qualities that you inculcate, they will stand along with you, they will bring a better future for you. So we have got only two things that we do in life: merit, good deeds or bad deeds. Deed is done at what level? Kaya, body level; vacha, speech level; manasa, mind level. At body level, you act; at speech level, you speak. You know, once the word has been spoken, you cannot take it back. So be very careful what you speak. And even more powerful than the speech is the thoughts. If you have little bit of energy, you have conserved your energy, and you can think on a particular topic, on a particular subject, that subject reveals itself. You can think, you can do these experiments in your own room. You think single pointedly. What is that? No, I want both to call me. I want both to call me. And I keep thinking about it single pointedly. When enough energy and I am not getting distracted by any other thoughts, and I just keep feeling that she's going to call me now, she's going, picking up the phone, dialing, looking, Swami, Paramananda, there, and she's pressing. And I tell you, if you practice this for a few days, and when it happens, you will be so surprised. And then you say, oh, that there may have been a fluke. Oh, Swamiji will invite me for noodles. Immediately put it onto something. It will happen. होता है. Single pointed mind can achieve anything. But if that single pointed mind is wasted in attachments, is wasted in satisfying desires, is wasted in wanting something from this world rather than the Lord, क्या करेंगे फिर? Who can help us? Nobody can help. So that is what is told here, that every creature swakarma vashata sarva jantunam prabhavapyayau. Every creature takes birth and dies according to his own deeds. But what an irony! Look, in spite of knowing it, the idiots go around performing wrong deeds, bad deeds, and don't perform deeds which are conducive towards liberation. And what is liberation? Liberation is not some hi-fi state. Liberation is remaining peaceful and content within yourself every given moment of your existence. Be peaceful and content. Samadhan. In this also word sama is there. Samadhan. Dhana. Dhana is all your abilities, qualities, wealth. And when they are there, remain equanimous. That is samadhan. That means you are not hankering for all the dhana or for all the wealth. Instead, what are you doing? And that wealth can be a simple thing. I want to buy a new house, I want to buy a new car, I want to get new clothes, I want to do this, I want to watch that movie, I want to go here, I want to go there. So many things are going on, always in our mind. Samadhan means content. No doubt-free existence in Samadhan. Why? Mind is content. Content mind is a desire-free mind. Content mind is a desire-free mind. And he who has worked towards, hello, क्या नाम है इसका? श्रेया. श्रेया, hello. ठीक है भागी, वो दाढ़ी देख ली उसने. हाँ, Shreya, we are also going after Shreya only. Huh? Nishreya we are going after, not Shreya, Nishreya. In spite of knowing it, the foolish and ignorant people have so much grief and mourn for their kins, relatives, and friends. Last week we spoke in detail that if we have not developed our mind to accept death as a constant principle in this creation, instead, if someone near and dear dies, oh, my life is gone, I can't live without anyone. If someone has a, hey, Atma doesn't die. For others, knowledge. For ourselves, what do you call it? Self-pity. Emotionalism. No. It must be the same for everywhere. That is maturity. Maturity is not going with the waves of emotion. Maturity and wisdom is that in spite of waves of emotions, you nip them in the bud before they appear, and not travel with them and become a problem to yourself and others, which Bharatji was doing. Correct? No, Kausalya was not doing. Bharatji was becoming a problem. ब्रह्मांडकोटयो नष्टाः सृष्टयो बहुशो गताः शुष्यन्ति सागरा सर्वे कैवास्था क्षणजीविते चलपत्रान्तलग्नाम्बु बिन्दुवत् क्षणभङ्गुरम् आयुस्त्यज्यत्य वेलायां कस्तत्र प्रत्ययस्तव. आ जाओ वेलकम. Brahmanda kotoyo nashta srishtayo bahusho gataha. Crores of millions of Brahmandas. This also we did, I think. Brahmandas means universes. Crores of universe. We think there is one universe. How big is it? That also we don't know. Our attention goes only up to wherever our vision goes. Uske aage kya? Then we need Hubble telescope. Then he says, oh, there is more after. How much more? Oh, infinite. Ore baap re, we are a teeny weeny speck, an insignificant fellow in this whole creation. Yes. Nobody has seen the boundaries of this universe. And here it is told, Brahmanda Kotayo. Infinite number, crores and crores, means millions and millions of universes are there in this creation, have been destroyed. So continuously in this infinite expanse, millions of creations, Brahmandas, universes are coming into existence, are being maintained, and are going out of existence. You may not be able to see it. You can't even see a mountain, what do you call? क्या बोलते हैं उसको? मिट्टी कम हो जाती है उसको क्या? Degradation, erosion of a mountain also you cannot see with your physical eyes. Why go that far? मैं तो अभी जवान हूँ और पता चलता है अरे यहाँ दर्द हो रहा है वहाँ दर्द हो रहा है, पर मन में मैं अभी जवान हूँ, है ना? So we don't accept ourselves also to be getting old, because essentially we are Atma or ageless. But then when we think we are still young, we are thinking, we consider ourselves as Atma. But the moment attention goes on the body and we still think, I am ageless. नहीं यार, कहीं तो कुछ गड़बड़ है. See? So here he says, numerous creations have passed away. All these oceans would dry up one day. See, throughout our earth, 7 Manus have come and gone. So many Kalpas have come and gone. So many Yugas have come and gone. Even on every time a Manu comes on this planet, I was listening to someone. Every time now the seventh Manu is there. Manvantar is going on. And in that seventh manvantar, we are in the middle of it. And in every manvantar, when the Manu comes, there is a major destruction on this planet. Or the entire land mass, which either it comes together or it separates, and then a Manu is born. Because the life as you know it right now is destroyed. Again, you need someone to direct all the masses. Population is less. Give them the right values so that the population can start building up again. Society can start again. And that is what Manu's job is. And like that. So here he says, then this Chalapatran Lagnambu Bindu Vat Kshanabhanguram, just like a drop, a bubble on the ocean, is only there for a few moments. Or those kids, when they have these pipe and from that they take out the soap bubbles. How long does that bubble last? Few seconds. But it is there. It came into creation, it lasted there, but very, very quickly it just goes out of creation. Some of them live longer, some of them last longer, some of them last for some time, some of them, the moment they come out, they go fall off, isn't it? Isn't that happening with the creation? Isn't that happening with people? Some people, time of birth only they go away. Sometimes in fetus only they go away. Sometimes they don't die. Their children have died. Their grandchildren have died, but they don't die. How do you? There is no one set of rule. But eventually everyone will go out of the creation. From when you look at it from totality point of view, our long life is just a blink. That's it. Isn't it? For us, life 70, 80, 90 years, we plan, we save, we secure. House, mutual funds, shares, fixed deposits. Imagine a mosquito. He also feels that he has a long life. He is also seeing other mosquitoes dying. Oh, I've got a long life. But what is his life compared to your life? Only momentary. Compared to your life, what will be Brahmaji's, the creator's life? From his point of view? बेवकूफ अपने आप को 30 मार का समझता है. अभी you blink, before he blinks, you are gone. So it's all relative. And everything is kshanabhangur. Kshanabhangur means, this is also another thing in Buddhism. They say everything is kshanikam, kshanikam. What is that? Everything is momentary, momentary. So don't run after it. Don't take it too seriously. Don't start with other people. Start with your body. Start with your body. That this is kshanikam. My thoughts are kshanikam. Kshanabhangur and kshanikam is the same thing. Bhangur means are destroyed. Momentary, in a few moments it gets destroyed. So when you start thinking what is getting destroyed every moment, you blink your eyes, the breath is getting destroyed, the hunger comes and goes, the waking comes and goes, dream comes and goes, sleep comes and goes, people come and go, day and night come and go, moon comes and goes, sun comes and goes, wind comes and goes, beautiful fragrance comes and goes. Everything is coming and going. Thoughts come and go, emotions come and go. Then what is permanent? Why do I feel I am permanent? Why do I feel I am continuous? If every data that I talk about, and there is nothing in this creation that is continuous, only relatively continuous. That mountain looks continuous, that sun looks continuous, but it is also, it will also go out of creation one day. Just as it was told, the Brahmandas, the whole universe is also coming into creation and going out of creation. So if everything is only kshanikam, is only momentary, why do I feel I am continuous?
I'm witnessing everything, all that's happening.
Good, because I am witnessing, and as the witness, I am the continuous conscious principle that there is. See, and that continuity of my being, not body, not breath, not mind, not intellect, not thoughts, not emotions, of my being, of my essence, which is continuous. That continuity I superimpose on my thoughts, on my convictions, on my breath, on my body, on my relationships, on the objects, on everything that I associate with. I superimpose that, I project on it. And that feeling of continuity, my friend is lifelong friend. This house, this is where we got married. This is where my children were born. This is where my grandchildren were born. This is where suddenly you have created collected data about this house, and you become nostalgic about the house. But what is the house? Continuously getting decomposing. So where is this? That is the same house. Is it the same house when you bought it? Can it be the same house? It has changed. Like that. Think and be wise. Otherwise, cry. That option is always there. This age, this life is like a drop of water hanging, dangling on the edge of a shaking or quivering leaf. It is momentary, transient, unstable. It betrays and abandons without any warning. Last week I gave you one or two examples, isn't it? Do we have any guarantee that we are going to go out of this room alive? Is there any guarantee? No. She has to just dial 000. They'll come and take care. And there are doctors here. No problem. They will calm you all down. See, but we live with this belief that we are going to go out of this room. We believe when we get into the car, we are going to reach the destination. We believe when we go to sleep that tomorrow I'm going to get up, and we plan everything for the next day, for the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whole life. See, this is only a belief. It's only a belief in the mind. But there's no guarantee. There's no data with you to show that you will be alive next moment. In fact, you are dying every moment. Not as consciousness, but everything that you consider yourself to be. These thoughts are dying every moment, breath is dying every moment, cells are dying every moment, time is dying every moment, space is changing every moment, air is changing every moment, experiences are changing every moment, contacts are changing every moment, emotions are changing every moment, people in your life are continuously changing. What is permanent? You are surrounded with death. And death, don't take death as an event. Death as a principle. Once you take death as a principle, there is no emotion about it. Only foolish people become emotional about death, about the momentariness of life. Because another person, I heard Swamiji's satsang, I can die. Oh, I don't want to die. Then what do I? He flips. Then वो भी तो नहीं चाहिए. See. So what, without any warning, so therefore he is saying, Kaha tatra pratyayastava. So what do you rely on then? Why do you rely on it? See? How can you rely on it? On that which is continuously changing. How can you rely? But that is how we are living right now. Think about it. See, here Bharatji is being given the instruction. who thought his life, all the four brothers loved their father very much. And now father is gone. And he's saying, don't put all your eggs in the basket of father. Don't put. Take the values, take the character, take the good things out of his life, but accept that anyone is going to die one day. His father has lived more than required. Because he lived for 20,000 years. Who? Dasharath ji. In those days, in the Treta Yuga, lifespans were very long. In Kali Yuga is the shortest. Imagine when you were in 100 years ago, during the plague and everything, if you lived 30, you have lived very long in India. Because of the Spanish flu and the plague and the typhoid and the famine, man-created famine. 30 years, if you have lived, so they used to marry young, they used to have kids at a very young age, because they know 30, I'm gone. But today, if someone from that time is there, now at 30, we start thinking about marriage. Maybe I'll get married. At 40, we want a kid. See? है नहीं? काफी एग्जाम्पल्स हैं. See? So, here he says, having said this, what reliance do you put on that which is continuously kshanika, that which is continuously kshanabhangur, means that which is only momentary. Any moment it will be snatched away from you. Till yesterday you are healthy, today something is this pain here or pain there. Continuing, dehi praktana dehotha karmana dehavan punaha तद्देहोत्थेन च पुनरेवं देह सदात्मनः. होगा, गलत हो गया. तद्देहोत्थेन च पुनः एवं देह सदात्मनः. यथा त्यजति वै जीर्णं वासो गृह्णाति नूतनं तथा जीर्णं परित्यज्य देहि देहं पुनर्नवं. भजत्येव सदा तत्र शोकस्यावसरः कुतः. आत्मानं म्रियते जातु जायते न च वर्धते. This soul has acquired this body as a result of the deeds done by it in its previous body, in its previous birth, and by virtue of the deeds done by his present body, it shall get the next birth or the body. So what karma we have done in the past life, the summum bonum, the balance sheet of it tells you, are you in the credit or are you in debit? If you are in debit, you will go into lower lives, difficult life, and if you are in credit, you will find conducive atmosphere where you can continue your sadhana. See, everything is. So decide, what are you doing right now? Are you are you doing meritorious deeds or are you doing unmeritorious deeds? Simple. And meritorious deed doesn't mean I'm taking care of my family, I'm taking care of my children, I'm taking care of my mommy, daddy, I'm not doing any bad to anyone. That is good. It is good, you should do it. But are you cringing morning to evening? They don't listen to me. They don't get up. They only get up at 11 o'clock. They don't eat this. They don't eat that. Are you continuously complaining? Are you continuously frustrated with the family? Don't answer. Don't blink. I can see. See, these things happen, no? That is also because where is the karma happening? Manasa, vacha, kaya. So maybe you are not expressing anything outside, but in the mind, what are the thoughts going on? Majority of the time, 99% of the day we are talking to ourselves. We are not talking to anyone else. We are talking to ourselves. What is the quality of communication to yourself? Therefore it is a chant the name of the Lord continuously. फालतू की चीजें मत सोचो दिमाग में. So here he says that in this manner, the soul, first he talked about everything in life is kshanikam. Now he's talking about soul to Bharat. That soul, based upon its deeds, karma, he gets the body. So, if you are in this body, you enjoy, like my mom, she's got a cat continuously. Has she eaten? Has she not eaten? Have you given injection? Have you done? My darling, my this, my that. Last moment, if she thinks about that, big problem. next life, meow meow. But very good. This cat in our house must have done very good deeds in last life, because she was born on a farm about 120 kilometers from our place, in Yaragon somewhere. And someone, my friend had gone, and he said, Swamiji, we had some rat problem in our roof that time. So, Auntie, you want a cat? Then we can sort the rat problem. Oh, okay. And from there, only 3 kittens were left out of the litter of 7 or 8, and he showed 3. So, Mom said, oh, this one is good. Immediately it came, 2 hours later. Born on a farm, would have become food for a fox, or would have to survive under harsh circumstances. But somewhere, someone, see the prarabdha. Prarabdha is the destiny of that cat. Someone went all the way from Glen Waverley, all the way there, had to go to that farm, take a photograph, show it to mom, and mom said, I want only this one, not the other 2. And she's living better than I am in the house. She's got more respect than I get. Her meal is more regular than my meal. Huh? She gets more care. Everyone comes and they don't ask, Swamiji, how are you? No. The moment they come, oh, Bindi kahan hai? After they see Bindi, Swamiji, good to see you. See, in those people who have dogs in their house, same thing happens, isn't it? So where have we invested our thoughts? Forget about physical action, has got no data. It's the mind. Where have we invested our thoughts? Is it in the divine? Is it in the family? So usually, if husband is in love with his wife, next life he will be born as a woman. Simple. If the wife is in love with her husband and continuously, totally, forget about love also, but dependent. अब आदत हो गई, क्या करे? इतने साल हो गए तो. And I cannot imagine my life without him, this, that. Because she's continuously thinking about him. Tongue, gone. Next life, man. Some rare ones start thinking about their cat and dog. Then that one. But if it is unmeritorious deeds, then you can go into lower lives. You can go into the animal kingdom, plant kingdom. You can even go into stones, rocks, bricks. Imagine you are nicely in a mountain, nobody is disturbing you, and someone suddenly comes and they get the right to mine the mountain, and they come and start tick, 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 tick. पत्थर निकालो, उसको shine करो. Imagine how much sandstone has gone into the temple. So you as a stone, if you were born as a stone, are used in the Babs temple in Abu Dhabi. Lucky, oh, कितना पुण्य किया था इस पत्थर ने, huh? But if that stone is used to make the toilet, everyone is only coming and pooing on it. Karma. So, here the journey of the soul is being talked about. Why are we crying about someone, about the soul who has died? Soul doesn't die. Soul only passes from this life to next life. If it has left this body and gone into another body in the next life, where has the soul died? Then whom are you crying for? Who are you crying for? किसको बेवकूफ बना रहे हो? In the Buddhist tradition, when the Dalai Lama passes away, they look for the soul of Dalai Lama in some kid. If Panchen Lama dies away, Rinpoche dies away, after some time they go and look for the same soul being born, because that child has to recognize 4 or 5 things of that particular person, and they recognize this is the same fellow. It's a science also. See? In Sanatan Dharma, we don't look for the new life. क्योंकि उनको पता है गलती की है इसीलिए पैदा हुआ है. He has made a mistake, that's why he is born. Otherwise, he should have been realized, isn't it? So we are not looking into to search for where the soul is. We want to here and now. We want to recognize soul is eternal. Body is not eternal. Thoughts are not eternal. Breath is not eternal. Experiences, contact, relationships, nothing that is coming into this creation and going out of this creation is not eternal. Soul, in essence, is eternal. And even if you take soul, what does soul mean? Consciousness along with the impressions of the karma that he has done. That is the memories. Can these two come together? No. But we find Dalai Lama coming again. We find Rinpoche coming again. You see the YouTube, so many examples are there. One kid came, he was born. From childhood, he was telling his parents, I want to go to that village, I want to go to that village, I want to go to that town. They took him there because he was insistent. He went there, he saw the house, this is my house. अरे बेवकूफ़ है क्या, मार खाएगा अंदर जाएगा तो हम भी खाएंगे तू भी खाएगा. नहीं, this is my house. He went inside, he knew exactly where the rooms are. And then the lady, the elder grandmother there, and she's why you are wearing this color? You don't look good on this color. You wear this stuff. Then he went into the cupboard. He knows where the sari is. Got the sari. You wear this one. She remembered that this is the sari which her husband used to love very much. Color. That husband has come again as that child. Such a deep impression that it is pulled him. And this fellow is now he is now 19 or 20 years old. But imagine when he was small. And all his sons are grandpas and grandmas, and the mother, his wife is great grandmother of everyone, and he is going there telling, hey beta. So we have many instances like this, and that has been covered in this idea of the soul, that everything. So the idea of soul going through the experiences of life, why is it brought in our scriptures? Why is it brought in our scriptures? So that we do not blame anyone or anything or God also for what we are experiencing in our life. We are the creators of our own experiences. But I can't remember. I did this. No, if you can't remember, it must have been last life. If it was not in last life, you didn't clear the things in last life, it must be previous life. But you only sowed the seeds, and you alone are reaping the fruit. Fruit is what is happening every moment in your life. That is your fruit. So be careful. Be intelligent. What is that intelligence? Move through life with an empty mind. Don't create anything. Don't create memories. That will be the smart way. In this manner, the soul repeatedly acquires one body after another, even as a man discards his own clothes and puts on new ones. Tatha jirna parityajya dehi deham punarnavam. This is also told in our Bhagavad Gita. chapter 2. So just as we go, I go home, I'll throw this clothes for washing, I'll prepare a fresh one. Same way, why do we throw this cloth for washing? Why will we throw? Today is different. They throw it away completely. We recycle. But why? Because it has become dirty. It's not smelling good, it is not looking good, it is not presentable, it is not ironed, it has got crushed. So I want to be neat and tidy and presentable. Now this cloth is not making me look presentable. The moment it stops making me look presentable, I throw it away and put on a new one. Exactly the same thing. When the body is not able to allow the expression of life in its fullness, this is what is happening to the elderly ones here. What is that? So compared to me, that kid, she is full of life. I envy them when just lying down, they can do all the yoga asanas effortlessly. They have not gone to any yoga class, but they can twist and turn in anything. And for us, little bit also, I have to be careful. I have to do only. इतना ही काफी है. तो क्या हो रहा है? Life with it in its fullness, the body is not able to allow the expression of life in its fullness. Flexibility कम होती जा रही है, ability कम होती जा रही है, stamina कम होता जा रहा है, isn't it? And as we come closer to that, hunger also becomes less, breathing becomes less, everything becomes less. So here he says, where are we? Done by. In this manner, the soul repeatedly acquires the body after another, one body after another. Even as a man discards his old clothes and puts on new ones, so does a soul assume a new body by discarding the earlier one. So what was discarded? The body was discarded. Did the soul discard consciousness? No. So consciousness continues. Only body discontinues. So where's the question of crying? So all our shraddha and all that we do after a person's death, some places they do it for 1 day, 3 days, 7 days, 9 days, 13 days, 1 month, depending upon which part of the country you are coming from. They do it that way. Why? Because of the recognition that soul must go to higher worlds. At that time, you remind the soul that, hey, you are Satchidanand Swarup. Hey, you chant the Bhagavad Gita, or you do the, what is that, Garud Puran, no? Garud Puran you chant. He is hanging around because majority of the people who are attached to the body, after death, they still say, kahan chala gaya? Arey, body, kahan chala gaya body? He is still hanging around. So you are reminding that fellow in his subtle body that you are of the nature of divine. He may not recognize that. If he is not matured, he will not. He is not wise, he will not recognize that. But at least he should not hang around on this plane. He should not hang around. He should go continue further. Get a new body and live your life. And in this manner, hence, what or where is the cause of sorrow and grief in it? Because the Atma never takes birth, nor dies, nor increases or decreases at any given time. Who increases? This child is such a small one, not able to walk. Next time you come here, if she invites, he'll be running. After next year you come, he'll be, you can't speak, only he will be speaking or she'll be speaking, right? So the body is growing, Atma doesn't grow. So whether you take it as Atma or you take it as soul, it doesn't. Atma is soul without memories is called Atma. Atma with memories is called soul. षड्भावरहितोऽनन्तः सत्यप्रज्ञानविग्रहः आनन्दरूपो बुद्ध्यादि साक्षीलयविवर्जितः एक एव परो ह्यात्मा ह्याद्वितीयसमस्थितः इत्यात्मानं दृढं ज्ञात्वा त्यक्त्वा शोकं कुरु क्रियां तैलद्रोण्या पितुर्देहम् उद्धृत्य सचिवैः सतः कृत्यं कुरु यथा न्यायम् अस्माभिः कुलनन्दना. The soul or Atma is devoid of various faults, blemishes, shortcomings. What are the various faults? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. These are the shortcomings or the faults in someone, and shortcomings that you are blind, or you are hard of hearing, or one paraplegic, or some faculty is not working. So where is all this possible? This is possible in the body. It is possible in the senses. Shortcoming in the senses. Shortcoming in the crooked mind. Do we say crooked Atma? No, crooked mind, isn't it? Or a kind person. It means his mind is kind. Or kshamashil, he is forgiving. He has a forgiving personality. So where is this personality? This is from the qualities that you are cultivating. Qualities are only of the matter, not of the Atma. Atma is free, it is independent, it is, and here it says that blemishes, shortcomings, and misdemeanors is Atma is eternal and timeless without a beginning or end. So we are talking about the Atma that you are. Do you consider yourself to be soul? No, let's go begin from below, because we have fallen quite deep into the trench. So, do we consider ourselves to be Gaunatma? Gaunatma means I am a father, brother, daughter, sister, uncle, auntie. This is Gaunatma. This is a virtual in virtual, double virtual. Then next step, oh, I realize all these roles are only imaginary. I am the body, Baba. So you come back to the body. Oh, without the body, all the roles that I play is not possible, isn't it? Can I see any of the roles? No. Oh, but I see the body. I am the body. Then when you come to the body, you are told you are not the body, you are the mind. Because mind is subtler. Body is not just physical body. There is physical body, there is mental body, there is intellectual body. So you start, as you become available to this knowledge, you start thinking, Acha, I'm not only the physical body, then who am I? Eyes closed, you go in, suddenly realize, Acha, then you come, when you come to the level of mind, you come to the soul. So from the body, we move to being the soul. Soul also is shunting. It's continuous, but it's going from one body to the other body. But who are we actually? We are the Atma, in which is neither born, which never dies. Nothing is possible to stick to it. Nothing is possible to stick to it. It is one without a second. There is nothing else apart from it in this creation. The whole creation is nothing but that Atma, meaning that Paramatma. So here it is told, but here we are not going into the total creation, because here he says that Atma is eternal, Atma is timeless, without a beginning or end. Atma is the embodiment of pure consciousness, meaning Atma is existence, consciousness, and bliss itself. Atma is that which cannot be known by the body, it cannot be known by the senses, it cannot be known by the emotions, it cannot be known by the concepts, ideas, convictions, thoughts, it cannot be known. All these, what I just mentioned, they appear in the presence of Atma, that you are, the pure consciousness that you are. But all these faculties, body, breath, mind, intellect, they cannot come to know the Atma. But without Atma, they cannot function. Because when Atma is not there, just what we call as death. When Atma is not, when life is not expressing through a body, what happens to the body within few days? Everything goes back to the total element, isn't it? So here it is told that it is the pure consciousness, supreme truth. That untouched, what he said as witnessing consciousness, that witnessing consciousness, that Atma, which is in whose presence everything is taking place, without whom this entire activity at the intellectual level, mental level, sensory level, physical level, and the universal level, without the Atma, it cannot take place. But Atma is unaffected, uninfluenced by the activity. All the activity of the wave, if you can take the position of water, all the coming and goings of the waves is not possible without water. But water doesn't become more or less by the presence or absence of wave, isn't it? Do we become more or less because of thoughts or experiences or age or knowledge or relationships? We do get influenced. This is my family, isn't it? We do get influenced. You put food inside, oh, my tummy is full. You are a critical relationship. You feel content, but only temporary. But who are you essentially? You are the Atma, the pure consciousness, the untouched principle. And that untouched principle is the essence of the entire creation. And that, if you want to go one step further, I don't know if he says that here or not, but that our experience is we are a part of this creation. We believe, or we have been made to believe, that the creation was there before we were born, and the creation will be there after we go away. But which after we go away? Soul or the body? But what is the truth? Truth is, the entire creation is in me, cannot exist without me. It appears in me, it exists in me, and it gets destroyed in me. Is that not your experience on everyday basis? Every morning you wake up, there's no world for you, you are awake, mind is empty, then the mind becomes activated, the whole waking world comes to you, whole day you toil, then the whole world goes away. Then the dream world begins, it comes, it stays, it gets destroyed when you wake up again. And this is happening, but we don't see it that way because we have invested in the waking world. See? So catch. I'm giving you these examples so that we don't, out of foolishness, give value to that which is changing. Give value to that which is constant. And that constant principle is the pure consciousness, is the Atma, is the self. So that's what he's saying here. That this Atma is the embodiment of pure consciousness, supreme truth and supreme bliss, means Sat Chit Anand, is the witness of the mind intellect complex. Now you tell me, are you the mind? Have you ever seen the mind? Have you ever seen the senses? Only in the mirror. You feel that, oh, I must be seeing because she's seeing, eyes look like that. But have you ever seen your own eyes? Have you heard your own ears? Have you tasted your own tongue? Have you smelled your own nose? Have you experienced your own mind? Have you? Soul, soul, soul. Have you ever seen a soul? That we have taken it to be real. Only Atma is real. Everything else is only concocted for the benefit of your intellect to understand by the scriptures. Because till we don't come to be the Atma, we are thinking of this world as real. We need some data to, rather than, nobody is giving me the answers. I think nobody knows. No, we will give you the answers. But those answers, the understanding is only to be given up as new understanding comes. Isn't like that what medicines we used to eat 20, 30 years ago, today they are obsolete. Medicine keeps becoming better and better, and the older medicines, they become null and void, isn't it? So similarly, as long as you think you are an individual, you start from somewhere and you keep building, keep coming closer and closer to yourself, and as you come closer and closer to be the Atma, whatever is not Atma, it starts dropping away. Just like when you wake up from the dream gets dropped away. Do you go back to the dream husband or the dream wife or the dream children or the dream house? Can you ever go back? You can't. Now you go back from here to home. Will you go back to your home? Will you go back to your own home? Not the one you left. He is smart. कुछ ज़्यादा सुनता है. So you can never go back to what you have left. Can never. But we live in this belief that we are going back to the same thing. निकलो उसमें से. And what is that which can never leave you and which can never be gained? That is the Atma, the pure consciousness that you are, in whose presence, take the whole creation in one go, in whose presence the waking, the dream and the deep sleep, these three experiences, this is called your one day of experience, isn't it? The waker with the waking world, the dreamer with the dream world, and the sleeper with the no world. All of the three come and they go. Who knows it? The reason I am bringing this example, who knows it? Can the waker come to know the dream? So when the waker vanished with the waking world, then the dream began. When the dreamer with the dream world vanished, then the sleep began. When you woke up from the sleep, the sleeper also vanished. So how come, and when you wake up, who says, Arey, I had a good sleep, I had a good dream? Who is saying that? Waker could not enter into the dream. Then who is saying that I had a good dream? The waker could not enter into the sleep and go blank. Then who is saying that I had a good sleep? Something to ponder upon. And that is the witnessing consciousness. That is the Atma. That Atma, which is one without a second, but in this body, because this phenomena will continue, it is also eternal. That Atma which is unclutched, it is not identified with the equipment of body, mind, intellect. When it is watching, it is called as witnessing consciousness. This is the ego, this is the ego figure, no? So body, mind, intellect, body, breath, mind, intellect, and Paramatma or Atma. So when this consciousness, the I, because I know I am the consciousness, maybe by thought, but it is that what it is. When this consciousness is identified with these three, body, mind, body, breath and mind, it is called as ego. It is called as ego, individuality, because of, on account of identification with it. When this ego listens to this lecture or does some chanting, nam jap, or does some sadhana and finds itself in meditation that, hey, I am not the body, I am not the breath, I am not the mind. That I can watch the thoughts coming and going, I can watch the breath coming and going, I can watch the body sitting still, and I am not disturbed by the body, by the senses, by the breath. I am not disturbed, because breath is disturbance, because in and out, in and out. And I am not disturbed by the thoughts and emotions also. When it finds itself undisturbed by these three stimuli, then it is called as witnessing consciousness. Sakshi, that is the technical word, witness. When this witness, when it spends enough time thinking that it is not disturbed by these three get momentum. If I push a ball, how far will it go? Say it goes up till this carpet which is there. But if I want it to continue going there, what I have to do? The moment it slowing down, I go and push it again. It will go again further, isn't it? So, in our mind, the continuous momentum of thoughts is continuing. Why? Because this fellow forgets he is the witness. He keeps giving value and attention to the thoughts, emotions, past, future, body, uncle, auntie, daddy, mummy, everything. Keeps giving attention. The more he gives attention, the more the speed begins. And what is wisdom? Wisdom is standing apart, watching that all this momentum of thoughts, emotions, experiences, contacts, everything is happening in my presence. I am not disturbed by what is taking place. This is wisdom. This is Ram. This is Ram. This is Ram. Who is this then? Sita. Serious, it is Sita. Sita is the potentiality which makes Ram look as if he is doing everything. But Ram doesn't do anything. We saw the first chapter of this book, isn't it? Arama Hridayam. She says, Ram, he is not born, he does not die, he has not killed anyone. I made him, what you see, I made him take birth, I made him grow up, I made him learn the scriptures in 3 days, I made him kill Tadaka, I made him do this, I made him do that, everything. She says, if I'm not there, he cannot do anything. And whatever you see him doing is all my doing. So you go back to the first chapter and listen to that. That is the foundation on which we study the rest of the Adhyatma Ramayana. So you got that point? This is I. I identified with body, breath, mind is called as ego. If by God's grace, our sadhana, etc., we are able to separate it from the body, breath, and thoughts, then it is witnessing consciousness. It is observing these three. If it remains like this, after few weeks, few months, few days, few years, the momentum of the thoughts, the momentum of the breath, the momentum of the body, it will all start slowing down. They will become less of a, because there is no one to give them attention. Attention means identifying. Giving importance and value means identifying. But you have decided you want to remain a witness. Then it slows down. Where it slows down, a moment will come. Suppose this fellow is watching and there is nothing to watch. Then what will happen? If there is nothing to watch, all thoughts have become zero. What will happen to this fellow? He'll go back to the source. That is, he recognizes that he is the Atma, and that is the Gyan Mudra. That is the meditation mudra. This should happen when we sit in meditation. So here, in short, I told you through this example, He says here that is the witness to the mind intellect complex and is indestructible or imperishable. Concepts can come and go, emotions can come and go, doubts in the mind can come and go, but consciousness, the witnessing consciousness, it does not come and go. It is neither born nor does it die. Question is, do you accept yourself as waker or a dreamer or a sleeper, or you accept yourself as the observer of the three fellows coming and going? Question is, do you accept yourself as a woman, or you accept yourself as the mother, the daughter, the sister, the wife, or the... Which one are you? All problems are for those non-existent roles. Woman has got no problem. All problems are for the waker, not the witnessing consciousness. All problems are for the dreamer, not the witnessing consciousness. All ignorance is for the sleeper, not the witnessing consciousness. Which one are you? Choose wisely. Then he says in the 107th verse that Ityatmanam dridham jnatva tyaktva shokam kuru kriyam taila dronya pitur deham udhrutya sachivai saha. That Supreme Soul is one without a match or a parallel and is universally present and present uniformly. Example, very simple example which we can relate to is space. Is space uniformly present in the entire creation? Or in this house it is more and in outside the house it is less? Huh? Same. Is it less in the wall and more outside the wall? If you think carefully, it is equally present in the wall. So there is no... The space in this universe is uniformly present. It is giving accommodation to the entire creation. But does it feel tickled when all the planets are going here and there? Does space get disturbed? It continues to be the same, isn't it? Exactly. If you understand this example, exactly the same way the Atma, the consciousness is. It is not one per person. It is uniformly present in the entire creation. Meaning what? The entire creation is in me. Entire creation is in me. I am not in the creation. This is the conclusion of that statement. But how we live? How do we live? Exactly opposite. And then we suffer. So here it's told, the Supreme Soul is one. There is not one Supreme Soul. But Swamiji, I am one, he is one, she is one, that is one, that kid is one. No. There is only one. Just like you are one, but father, mother, daughter, sister, all roles are coming out of you. Similarly, water is one, all waves are coming out of it. But can they exist separate from the water? Can an ornament exist separate from the gold? Can the roles that you play exist separate from you? Cannot. But do they exist? No. But yes. Where yes? Father, mother, daughter, sister, they are only roles. They are only ghosts. They are not real. But we have taken that to be real and we suffer. Atma never suffers. If you take yourself to be the body, body never suffers. देखो, think थोड़ा ये example हमने in Kathopanishad it came. Now think, your eyes are watching, correct? Are they disturbed by whatever they are watching? Are they stuck to whatever they are watching? My vision is going from you all. It's continuously shifting. Is the eye getting disturbed? नहीं यार उसको पकड़ के रख, अरे उसको नहीं छोड़. No, it's continuously moving. Can anything that it is my eyes illuminate, can my vision get attached to anything? Impossible, no? My ears are illuminating the sound. Can my ears get attached to any sound? Cannot. I'm breathing. Can I get attached to breath? No, I want only breathing in, no breathing out. मर जाएगा था. You will become फूल जाओगे. So you can't now go further. So the same thing with all the five senses. Now come to the mind. What happens in the mind? Thoughts come and thoughts stay and thoughts go. Is the mind attached to any thoughts? It is only a platform. It is only a container where thoughts are coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. Do you see that thoughts are staying continuously? Is intellect holding on to waking, dream and deep sleep? No, it is also allowing the waker, dreamer and sleeper to come and go, come and go, come and go. Nothing is attached to anything in this creation. This attachment is a misnomer. Attachment is not possible. So, when attachment is not possible, there is only one Atma. There cannot be many Atma. Don't imagine that. In this manner, you should become aware of the true nature of Atma, become free from grief and remorse. Shokam kuru kriyam. Give up the shokam. Stop becoming miserable and complete your work or do your assigned duties in this world as has been destined or determined for you. What is the duty now? To do the last rites of his father. Not just sit there and cry and complain. Oh, I don't know, my daddy has gone. Do the right. So sometimes in houses we have to scream. अभी किसके पास? अभी थोड़े दिन पहले की बात है. Someone was screaming away. किसी के घर पे था. मैं उससे ज़्यादा चिल्लाया उसके ऊपर. वो डर गया. लाइन पे आ गया एकदम. उसने कभी मेरे को ऐसे देखा नहीं. और नेक्स्ट मोमेंट में मैं नॉर्मल बात कर रहा था. पर वो फ्लिप हो रहा था. फ्लिप होके ही वांटेड टू कमिट सुसाइड. छुरी लेके खड़ा है. मैं साला अभी कहीं छुरी इधर लगने की जगह मेरे पास आ गई तो गड़बड़ हो जाएगा यार. You can't imagine what experiences we go through. उस समय मेरे पास और कोई चॉइस नहीं था. I can't physically handle that person. But maybe he respects me or whatever. I took advantage of that. और ऐसा चिल्लाया कि उसकी तो वहीं पैंट गीली हो गई. And the thought fixation that he was in, suddenly he came out. What is the thought fixation we are in? I am a sannyasi. I am a man. Thought fixation. I am a woman. I am a beautiful woman. I am a likable woman because so many likes come on the Facebook. है कि नहीं? ये हमारा conclusion है. So these are all thought fixations. If at all you want to have a thought fixation, why don't you think I am the infinite and be fixated on that? Be fixated on I am the Atma, I am the pure consciousness, I am the witnessing consciousness. It is never possible for me to attach to anything. That is worthy. तुम free हो जाओगे. So in this manner, he says that कृत्यम कुरु यथा न्यायम अस्माभि कुलनंदना. Take the Kulanandan. Kula means the lineage or the clan or the Raghu clan. So he's from the Raghu clan. So he says, oh child of the Raghu clan, do what is required. And what is that? Take the body of your father out of the boat filled with oil. They had kept the body of the Dasharat Maharaj in a hollowed trunk full of oil, and they were waiting for Bharat to come back from Kandahar. So which is filled with oil, where it was kept earlier for preservation, and accompanied by ministers and we sages perform last rites according to established traditions. And in this way, the sage Vasishta, his Kul Guru, he is instructing Bharat Maharaj. Iti sambodita sakshat guruna bharatastada virsujya jnanajam shokam chakre savidhivat kriyam gurunokta prakarena ahitagner yatha vidhi sanskritya cha sapitur deham vidhi drushtena karmana. When the Guru Vasishta had consoled him as above, all these words were not to create more confusion. Normally in families, this fellow has not cried, his father has passed away or mother. They try to come and make the person cry, isn't it? They must grieve. It has become a very popular thing in Western countries. It is very popular, and we have also taken it on. There's nothing to grieve, because Sanatana Dharma, we know we are eternal. There's nothing to grieve. Okay, next. Like the doctor. Acha, bed, jaldi, clean the bed. Next one is coming. And then, now I got a free room. Wow. We must think that way. That if someone near and dear has passed away, or someone whom we know has passed away, one less person to think about in our life. How much collection of people, memories we have collected. Lesser the people, lesser the memories. Think those who have passed away 10, 15, 20 years ago, how much time you spent thinking about them. But when they died, इतना रोना धोना सब कुछ. अभी क्या है? कुछ नहीं. We don't cry for the dream that has gone. Same thing. One more dream gone. So when the Guru had consoled him as above, Bharat forsook, gave up grief and lamentation inside. And why was he grieving? Because of identification. That identification was due to ignorance, and that ignorance was not remembering that Atma is eternal. Understand this. And the moment the words of the Guru came to his ears, suddenly everything came into integrity, and he gave up the misery and whatever lamentation he was feeling, and got to what the job was to be done, which is the last rites of the king. As per advice of his Guru, he performed the funeral of his father's body as per edicts and established traditions sanctified by the scriptures, by offering oblations and sacrificial holy fires. We'll just conclude this. Ekadashe hani prapte brahmanan veda paragan bhojayamasa vidhivat shatashodha sahasrashah uddishya pitaram tatra brahmanebhyo dhanam bahu dadau gavam sahasrani graman ratnambarani cha. On the 11th day, he fed hundreds and thousands of Brahmins who were experts in the Vedas. It is not told he fed thousands and orphans, or he fed thousands of poor people. They cannot bless you. Who can bless you? Who can bless you? If his basic needs are taken care of, only he can bless you. Who is a Brahmin? Who is walking the path to Brahman. He can bless you. But that child, that poor fellow, that beggar on the street, who's every day only living in Lachari, is only waiting where the next dollar is going to come from. What blessing can he give you? See? So here it is told, he fed those people who were adept at or spending their time and energy and sadhana in learning, chanting the Vedas. Here, what does he say? Expert in the Vedas. तो किसको बुलाना चाहिए? ब्राह्मणों को बुलाओ, good people, sattvic people. Let them be married, let them be sannyasi, let them be your friends, let them be young or old. But if a person is pure in his nature, is helpful in his nature, is kind in his nature, is well versed in scriptures, etc. Sometimes well versed scriptures, but they are not kind. It can happen sometimes. But a person who is, what he will speak, he will say Om Namo Narayana. Normally we say Om Namo Narayana, Om Namah Shivaya, और ओम भद्रम करने भी शुणुयाम देवा भद्रम पश्येम अक्षभिर्य जत्रा, एक मंत्र छोड़ दिया तो कुछ तो ब्लेसिंग जाती है ना. But if you give to the poor beggar, you give only one meal. What about my dinner now? Please give me some. We have all been taken for a ride in India like that, isn't it? One person came in Haridwar. We were watching the Aarti and one family came. Grandmother, husband, wife. Please. They came to me. And they came to me after they had looted 3 people from our group. Each one gave 3,000 rupees. And what is that? We have come here, we have lost our bags, we have lost our money, we have lost our identity card. We don't know where to go, we have to go so far away, we don't even have the money for the train ticket, this, that, can you please help us? And the wife is crying, she's pinching that child and that child is screaming away. And our Prashila, she gave the money. Then another, someone, I don't know who it was in our group, they also, another time, somewhere else they caught that. They also gave money. Then say, oh, this Swamiji looks like good one, you know. He's also traveling with them. इसके पास भी जेब में पैसे दिखते हैं. इसको भी पकड़ते हैं. आके रोना शुरू कर दिया. मैंने कहा मैंने थोड़ा सुना, हंसते जा रहा था. मैंने कहा पुलिस बुलाऊं. लुंगी पकड़ी भागे. What blessings, and full टीका वीका सब लगा के चल रहा है. तो यहाँ पे ये अध्यात्म रामायण है. इट वॉज रिटन 5,500 years ago by Maharishi Ved Vyas ji. If he is saying on the 11th day you perform, on the 11th day you feed as many people as your capacity, and which people, इस टाइप के जो वेद पारायण है, 1 हो, 10 हो, 50 हो, it does not matter. Whatever your capacity. Whoever you have respect for, whoever you look up to. While he donated a lot of wealth, thousands of cows, many villages, garments and gems to them for the benefit of his father, for the peace of salvation of the father's soul. Why did he give? Why? On one hand we say Brahmins don't need anything. Brahmins live on alms. And on other hand, the king is giving so many cows and so many clothes and so many land and so many everything to the Brahmins. It doesn't click. What will Brahmins do with it? Why should it be given to Brahmins and not to a business person? Why? हाँ? Brahmins will, हाँ बोलिए.
अगर if they are running a big shala or dharamshala, they'll need those funds. Or
Wrong conclusion. If it is a true Brahmin, he will, even if he has a place of where the classes are going on and students are staying, he will never keep anything for anything for more than 3 days. 3 days later, he will be again back to zero. So why do we give it to Brahmins? Because they are committed to the truth. They are committed to non-accumulation. And therefore, when so much wealth is given to the Brahmins, they only do one thing: share it with the society. Share it with the needy. They go, in turn, they go and share it with everyone else. But you give it to a businessman, he will sell it and make more profit. Or he will hold it. Isn't it? That is why Brahmins are called. So in this manner, after that, the new episode will begin, and we'll look at that in our next class. So we talked about that yet. He gave the garments, gems, cows, villages, clothes, wealth to all the Brahmins for the salvation of father soul. Can all this bring about salvation of the father soul? Can it? Then what is happening then? When it said for the salvation of the father soul, then what is happening here by giving so much to everyone? If it cannot make his father get realized or accrue salvation, then why are we doing all this? For our satisfaction. Our attitude in life must be that of giving, not of taking. Give, 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 give. When I go to India, many times people from our classes and other people, they give me money to Swami ji udhar bhandara karwa dena, Swami ji mandir mein ye paise dal dena. Do they give you? They give me. समझ गए ना? इसीलिए देते हैं. So with this thought, we will conclude now. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Just sit quietly for a moment.